Good Friday evening to you. Yes, it is Friday. We made it through the end of the week, and we really ended up the week with pretty nice weather out there today. We had temperatures that made it up into the low and mid 80s again in many spots. We stayed dry in most areas. There were a couple of just isolated showers a little bit earlier, but now most of us are dry. We're still watching a couple little of those showers that are out there in spots, but things are going to be changing big time during the overnight hours, mainly toward tomorrow morning. That's when we're going to see the next wave of rain that's going to be pushing into our area. And folks, let me tell you, we're looking for a pretty soggy weekend here, as we're going to see rain not only off and on during the day on Saturday, that is going to persist into Sunday, and it even goes beyond the weekend as well. Here is a look at what we're watching right now on radar. And again, you don't really see a lot going on here. There's a little bit of light rain back into Alabama. Here in Atlanta, not much going on here. But as I put this into motion, I want you to see a couple of areas that we've been watching, especially this one right here in parts of Barrow County near Winder. We had a little cell that developed there with a little bit of thunder and actually just a little bit of moderate to heavy rain. We really didn't see any thunder and lightning with that. And just one county over in Athens, they're having graduation outside at Sanford Stadium. So thankfully, that little cell right there did not move in over Athens, but it was just one county away. So I'm glad that you folks over in Barrow County actually got some rain, but I hope it didn't rain out any of your outdoor events. But you can see that that little bit is falling apart right now just to the south of the Winder area. And that's really the only shower we have in our area. The next batch of rain is, though, building back into parts of Alabama. The leading edge of that light rain trying to get a little bit closer to Cleburne and Randolph County in Alabama. A couple showers down here around Auburn. Those are just a few raindrops there. Nothing particularly heavy, but that's going to start pushing up toward the LaGrange area in just a little bit. And that is the beginning of the next wave of rain that's going to be pushing into our area. In fact, you can see all of this moisture that we're talking about down in the Gulf that's spreading into the Florida Panhandle, southern parts of Alabama, southern Mississippi, back into Louisiana, and then also here in South Georgia, we've been watching some of this moisture feed in. And earlier today, in the heating of the afternoon, when those temperatures were into the 80s, that helped to add a little more lift to some of that moisture and into some of those clouds. And we had a few thunderstorms that were over parts of South Georgia. Look at this one here that was right there. That was north and east of Albany, right along 75 here. That had a lot of thunder and lightning with it. The National Weather Service was tracking some of these showers that were close to severe limits, and then a few additional showers down in parts of South Georgia. Things are calming down a little bit right now. We've got the rain that's pushing in, but at least the thunderstorm activity down in South Georgia is starting to let up just a little bit more. But here's a wider look at what we're watching, and we've been telling you the past couple of days about this stalled out upper level low. It's cut off from any driving forces that is going to push it in or push it out of our area. It is just hanging out there. So what that's doing is the circulation around it is it's picking up a lot of that moisture, and it's just going to keep sending that up into our area. And during those overnight hours and toward tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to see some of those showers that are going to be pushing into our area. Here's a live look outside right now. This is our tower cam in Atlanta in the Midtown area, at Georgia Tech, looking closer to downtown in the Midtown area. And you can see here that it is quiet. We do have a few clouds, though, that have been building in tonight, but still that rain is not here yet. And I mentioned a few minutes ago about graduation taking place at Sanford Stadium tonight. There you can see from our Athens camera, there is Sanford Stadium with the lights on. What we're going to be watching for here is the fireworks that are going to be taking place once the students graduate. And then after that, I'm going to move the camera focused in on the arch. Now, let me tell you a few cool things about UGA graduation since I am a graduate. My daughter graduated from there too. So, now when a student is accepted to UGA, like as a senior in high school and they're waiting for their freshman year, when they open their computer to find out if they've been accepted, the first thing they see when it says you've been accepted is fireworks on the screen of their computer. And everybody gets real excited when they see the fireworks. Then they go through however many years, 4 or 5 years of school at UGA. They go to graduation night. And after graduation, right at the end, they see fireworks again. So they begin their relationship with UGA by seeing fireworks, and then they end their matriculation there seeing fireworks too. So it's kind of a cool thing. So we're going to be watching for that. We're rolling on this camera as well so that we can see the fireworks. And then again, we're going to roll on the stuff of the students then going up to the arch. One of the traditions at UGA is that an undergraduate does not walk through or under the arch in North Campus. There's a lot of superstitions about what would happen if a student walked through or under the arch. You've always got to walk around it. Only graduates can walk through it. So after the fireworks at graduation, a lot of the students go up to North Campus and go to the arch and celebrate there and walk through the arch on the first time. So we are going to have our camera, our tower cam zoomed in pretty tight there on the arch. And here on 11 Alive Plus, we're going to have in the carousel at the bottom a selection for you to click on to actually watch the live camera there of the students celebrating at the arch tonight. So I know I just talked a long time about that, but I just thought you might want to know and you might want to see it. And while I'm talking, for those of you who are watching right now on YouTube, I want you to do me a favor. Go ahead and make sure you download the 11 Alive app on your television through your smart TV or using Fire, Roku, or Apple TV. And if you're watching us right now, you must be interested in the weather. And we have a lot more weather content on 11 Alive Plus, which is on your smart TV, Fire, Roku, or Apple TV. So search for that on your TV, the 11 Alive Plus app, download it, and you're going to want to check out all of our weather content that we have there. We have our Weather Impact 24/7, where you can watch radar anytime and all of our weather content. Of course, our other 24/7 channels there as well. So go ahead and do that if you're watching us on YouTube right now, and then that way you can go to 11 Alive Plus and see the other content that we have going on. Now, we're talking about the rain moving in, and that's what it's going to be, just general rain. We do not expect any severe weather. The severe weather threat is down really along the Florida Panhandle and along the Gulf Coast here, where we see a level 1 of 5 risk that a couple of those storms could turn strong. Earlier, this included South Georgia, but now they're no longer included in that. Now, tomorrow, there is a low-level risk in South Georgia and along the Florida Peninsula and for parts of the Florida Panhandle there. We have the light green color here, which does not signify severe storms. It's just general showers with maybe a rumble, thunder, a flash of lightning. But really, we've got stable air over us tomorrow. It is going to be a lot cooler tomorrow, too, and that's going to help to stabilize our air. We've got a wedge developing. It's an easterly flow that comes in, while at the same time, that easterly flow is at the lower levels, a cool, shallow layer of air. At the same time, from the southwest, we're going to have moisture overrunning that. And that's going to enhance the cool air that we're going to have here tomorrow and the more stable air that we're going to have around, too. Then on Sunday, we're still going to have more showers around, but we don't expect them to be severe. That severe threat staying down to the south along the Gulf Coast region. But look back to the west. It starts lifting up to the north a little bit here in parts of Mississippi and southern Alabama. When we get into Monday, we're not only going to have additional showers Monday, but we will be watching for the potential for some thunder and lightning as that wedge breaks and our temperatures start to warm up a little bit more. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Storm Prediction Center moves this green color, the dark green, that level 1 of 5 risk, up toward anywhere closer to Georgia during the day on Monday. But we will keep watching that and we'll let you know. Take a look at our high today. We made it back to the mid-80s. 84 degrees was our high today. And look at this. Today is the first day where our average high comes up to 80 degrees. You can see that right now. The average for today's date is 80. So we're about 4 degrees above average today. Our low this morning was 64. The average low is 59. So we were about 5 degrees above average early this morning. Now, this is the other thing I want you to see. No rain in our area today, and that rainfall deficit is almost 2 inches below where we should be in rainfall for the year. After this weekend and into next week, we may be wiping out that deficit because we're expecting maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain, and I'm going to show you some of the models that are still not in agreement on how much rain we're going to see over the next 5 to 7 days. But we may wipe out that deficit with the rain that's on the way. Take a look at these temperatures that we have around North Georgia right now. We talked about the high today of 84. Right now, we're back down into the 70s at 76 degrees. Over in Athens, where they're having graduation right now, 71. 68 though in Canton, more 60s up in North Georgia. In the metro Atlanta area and on the south side, we're talking generally low to mid 70s that we have out there right now, just at about 9-10 here on Friday evening. And then look at this tomorrow. All right, we've got the rain coming in early tomorrow morning, clouds pretty much all day. Rain is going to be with us pretty much all day. Now, it'll stop every once in a while, but then more waves of rain will be coming in, and these temperatures will be cooler. We're going to start off in the lower 60s in the morning and then drop into the 50s. And I wouldn't be surprised if some areas, especially north and east of the city, don't even get out of the 50s tomorrow. In Atlanta, we may make it up to 64 degrees. These wedges are really hard to forecast, especially when you have this rain overrunning that cool, shallow layer of air at the surface. So here's what we're watching tonight. There's that leading edge of the rain getting closer to us. We're dry in Atlanta now. We'll be dry until after midnight. Here comes that moisture. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning. We've got a good coverage of that. So watch the moisture. That's what's coming up from the south and west, but then also look at these arrows here. That's the shallow layer of cool air at the surface coming in from the north and east. That's the wedge. The moisture overruns it, rides up and over that, and it's just going to be kind of a soggy, cool day here. By lunchtime, maybe a couple of pockets of more moderate rain moving in from the south, and then in the afternoon, maybe a couple of breaks here and there. Not a lot of breaks though, still some of those scattered showers around, but that east wind continues keeping us cool. And then on Sunday, this is Mother's Day, maybe a couple of breaks in the morning hours if you're headed to church with your mom or taking her to brunch or lunch. A couple of breaks with more of this moisture though feeding in through the afternoon hours. Here it comes back up through our area. Still that northeast flow, so temperatures will stay, we think, in the 60s here for highs on Sunday, but maybe just a little bit warmer as that wedge tries to break a little bit later in the day. And then on Monday, even more rain coming in. This is early on Monday morning, pockets of moderate to heavy rain. We're going to have to watch during the day as that wedge breaks and more of a southerly flow coming in where we could see the potential for some thunder and lightning here, a few thunderstorms around. Now, talking about all the rain coming in, I mentioned that we're almost 2 inches below average in rainfall, but we still don't have a drought here, not even abnormally dry. Abnormally dry would be the yellow colors here, and that's back over, toward the Georgia, South Carolina line. The tan color over by Augusta indicates a moderate drought there. And so after this week, we're going to see more of that rain that's going to be pushing into our area. You can see these rain chances, 70% chance on Saturday. 60% chance Sunday, 80% chance Monday, 50 Tuesday, then finally some drier air moving in Wednesday with a very low rain chance. And then this is what I'm talking about, the models not agreeing on how much rain we're going to get. The American model showing over the next 7 days about 2 inches of rain in Atlanta, higher amounts on the south side. The European model still showing higher rainfall amounts. They're talking between 4 and 5 inches of rain here, maybe even 5+ inches of rain south and also to the east of the city. So still waiting for these models to kind of come together just a little bit more here. It's kind of hard for them to handle when you have tricky weather with a wedge, whether or not it's going to be pockets of heavy rain or just drizzly. That happens a lot of times during these wedge situations. So here's the look at the lows. Mild the next couple of days and then back to the 60s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for those mornings. And then here's the trend that many people I think are going to like. After a cool day on Saturday at 64 for a high, then on Sunday it's up a little bit to 68, up a little bit more on Monday to 72, then 75 Wednesday. On 75 Tuesday, 81 on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, we're talking 87 possible on Thursday, and then 90 degrees possible here by Friday. So you see how the 7 days each day is kind of moving upward a little bit with those temperatures. But this weekend, it is going to be rather chilly. We're going to see temperatures at 64 for a high Saturday. Then we'll be at 68 on Sunday. 72 on Monday, still holding on to those rain chances here at 70% Saturday, 60 Sunday, 80 on Monday, down to 50 on Tuesday, drying out the Wednesday, really low rain chances, everything starts to move away. And then partly cloudy skies Thursday and Friday, and then those temperatures rising, getting up to 87 Thursday, 90 degrees here on Friday. Thanks for watching us tonight. We love doing these extended weather updates here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have more updates for you throughout the weekend, so keep it right here on 11 Alive Plus.